they both was the same, but once the money been through, and you just scripted this shit.
They got some diamonds in them. I need them. Expect you to pay the bills, take care of their family, help you watch their nieces and nephews.
I'm cooking up. That's like I cook up with this nigga.
We're not asking a week. We not saying a week. We said a month. But do this or you do that. And so those are the.
Y'all talking about me like a dog. Stop it! Y'all good?
This is money.
For that. Because I'm talking about for me.
I take heed.
She might not even be in no legend.
Keep going. They don't ever stop. So just keep moving, pushing. Okay. And like what you said, I think the sense of any kind of punishment, it should be kind of like, in a sense, be the result of it. Because I don't feel like violence. Buddha. I got messages saying, what's up with the show? One to where you still got kids writing essays on. 472. Shout out to Chris, he came through. Came back there. Alright. Welcome. This is the Smartest Dumb People, and I'm the host, Anthony That Dude Johnson. And always to my left, Quando Rondo, even on baby's birthday. I got a special guest in the building. He goes by the name of Ricky Smith. Ricky Smith is an advocate for the community. He also is the director of 360 Empowerment Network. He's also an elected official for OPS. Man, Rick, salute, man. Rick watches the show. He's commenting on the show.
Hats on.
We literally had to fucking invite him to come through and have a conversation with us because this is what the Smartest Dumb People is about. We want the top of the top, the cream of the crop, OGs, advocates in our studio to be able to talk about and have conversations from a real nigga's perspective. And I'm just being honest. And I don't use that word loosely. So, Rick, let's start with what the 360 Empowerment is.
Cool. So I work for the Empowerment Network, and I'm the director of Omaha 360. So that's gang intervention, prevention, homicide prevention, and intervention. So we just want to reduce the number of homicides that happen in Omaha. And so I'm like a buffer and community advocate between law enforcement, first responders, and then just the North Omaha community.
So can you break down what exactly because you was telling me before the show started about how the actual empowerment thing works as far as from a standpoint of the logistics behind it.
Cool. So every single Wednesday we have a community collaborative meeting. So at that meeting we invite nonprofits, for-profits, everybody who needs to be in the room to be able to provide resources for the community. Young people, old people, it don't matter. And we all sit there and we listen to some of the first responders' reports. And so the police will come and give a report from each precinct to say, shots were fired here, this is what happened.
Y'all get to listen to the phone call, basically?
No, they give a verbal report and just tell us what's going on. And so then the community, if you're there in the meeting, you can ask some questions like, okay, well, how old was the kid that you pulled over? He had a gun. Then what was the follow-up? Did he go to the juvenile assessment center? Did he get released to parents? The felons that's coming out. How are we working with them? How are we getting them reconnected? If it's jobs, if it's a place to stay, some kind of employment training, whatever the case may be. All those things are all in one room on Wednesday. So we continue to do that work every single Wednesday. Yeah. And then in between that, if anything goes on in the community, I talk directly with our first responders, our police officers, and we just have a really good relationship. So that way, when the community has an issue, they can come to me, and then we can kind of communicate and get those issues worked out.
You said that you're also an elected official for OPS. What is that actually tailored to? What is that?
So our district is broken down into areas, and so I'm a representative for Sub-District 1. So elected official, people went out and voted for me. I'm going to be there until 2025. Our terms are 4 years, and so I'm actually the superintendent's boss. And so when you think about what it is our kids need, when we had to go to remote learning, get iPads for everybody, all those decisions was made through us. And so the stipends that we're going to be paying teachers, all that stuff comes through us. And so when the parents, when the community have an issue, they're not getting what they want from their schools, they contact me, and then I try to make things move and get them to a satisfactory point.
Well, that's dope, man. I actually like the idea that, because like I said, I see you in the community, you're Ron's cousin. This is what we was talking about from a standpoint of, this is what we was talking about from a standpoint of, like, getting people in office that we know about. And you was like, I don't give a fuck if I know the motherfucker. And
I know him, I'm gonna vote for him.
But all right, so.
I know him, I know he's hundreds. So
now,
my vote is going to be 100.
So now let's have the question there. Let's do it. So Rick, you being an elected official, which is basically the superintendent's boss, which is basically the person that's all over. I mean, that's over all of OPS, right?
Right.
All right. So you're sitting here with us as 400 teachers are trying to resign. And I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, financially, from a broke standpoint of being a broke boy, my new record label about to be called Broke Boys. But from a standpoint of the stipend, why create incentives for teachers instead of just raise their salary? Like, how does that work?
So the stipend money is coming from the government, and so it can be allocated certain ways. And so once you do that, you're good. Now, if you raise salaries, where is that money going to come from every single year from now on and on and on and on? So we did raise our salaries anyway. So before the stipend even happened, we negotiate with our teachers, and they have a contract. They have their own union. They negotiate. Once they sign, that means you like it. It's good.
Right.
This is what y'all agree.
So what do teachers make monthly?
Dude,
Shout out to Yo-Yo.
monthly, I couldn't tell you, but it's our starting salary is between like 44 and 48.
All right, so and I know you, and we're just having a genuine conversation. This is not set in stone. Rick can't change laws or rules or regulations like that overnight. But I'm just saying to you, in your personal opinion, and I mean your personal opinion, do you think teachers make enough? Because I definitely don't.
No, they don't make enough. But if I had a magic wand, I would raise their salaries. But then I'm gonna raise the expectation. So I'm gonna pay you more money, more kids need to be graduating.
So what do you think?
More kids need to be passing the reading and math assessments.
Minimum. What do you think teachers should make?
I think it would be good if we could start them out at about 50.
50? I thought you were about to say 3 figures. I mean, 7 figures.
No,
7 figures.
No, 6 figures. I mean,
look,
I'm a little tipsy. 6 figures.
So you graduate from college, you might be 23, 24.
Right.
You all, and if you did things appropriately, you a 24-year-old coming out of college.
What was the age limit?
Only mouth you got to feed is yours.
Well, all right,
That's
but
legit.
you
can live
put
off
that you put that expectation on. What is the age limit minimum required for the position you're in?
Oh, there's
There are, all right,
yeah,
so
it could be 18.
but in the actual government, when it comes to a lot of the government regulations, there are actually age limits to where you're required to be a certain age. You can't be under 40 for like to be on like the Supreme Court or some shit like that. So why not do that in the teacher community? Like, we're gonna hire people at a salary base of at least, let's be honest, at least 80,000. Okay, and then on top of that, you gotta have being a teacher has more to do with just books. We've been lied to our whole life, and books are not as accurate as you may think. We need life experiences too.
But everybody won't have that life experience once they raise it. Oh,
raise
I'm about
the
to be a
age.
teacher.
Raise the teacher
Oh.
age. Raise the teacher age to 30. Raise the teacher age to 30. They should be required to be at least 30 years old. They should be required to take a bunch of fucking studies outside of just studies to be a teacher. Now, if you want to be a fucking PE teacher, yeah, you can be 23 years old, but not somebody teaching a whole thousands of years of education that should be taught within 4 years. That's impossible.
Only teachers should be 30.
But you gotta look
well, that's why they.
under
That,
30
you gotta look at it like this though. Our young people connect with other young people,
Yeah,
people that
yeah.
look like young people.
Yeah.
That say, you know what? 4 years ago, I was in that same seat, so I know why.
4
you
years
wanna
ago
wear
ain't
your-
long enough though, bro.
But I can say I know why you want to wear your hoodie and have your headphones on, because I was that same dude, or I was that same young lady. So they can kind of relate
Yeah,
to those
feel
kids
more
when they
related,
come in.
more related.
Why don't teachers be psychologically evaluated?
I don't even know if they are or
They're
not.
not.
That's a good question.
They're not. I know a couple
That's
teachers.
That's a good question, and maybe you talk to your elected official, and I can bring that up.
Well, I just think that's why we have these young people that you bring in, not you, but that you bring into these schools, and they're sleeping with the fucking students. As a teacher is supposed to be a career job. There should not be 400 jobs being resigned in 1 year alone. So just think about that for a second. A teacher's job is a career.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be 25-year-olds talking about they put their 2 weeks notice in. So something is wrong with the system as far as in how it's structured from a financial gain, or from a standpoint of the mentality of these teachers also. Because as I question the salary, you got to question the maturity of these teachers as well. And that's part of the problem. So Rick, I ain't gonna grill you too much about
It's all right, it's all right.
OPS, because like we going through a troubled time. But bro, I'm telling you right now, send me an app. I'll be a teacher in that motherfucker. I'll be a teacher that I don't know what class. We can teach the smartest dumb class. And then we'll teach the smartest dumb
You
class.
show them how to run a podcast,
Man.
entrepreneurship,
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff.
That's
you know?
a trade. That's a
Yeah,
trade.
it counts. We need it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Our
we do.
kids is, they got their own little platforms, and some of them are social media famous. So
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
being able to show them how they can monopolize on that, that's
Well,
great.
you know what's crazy is, I feel like I'm in that space because, like I told me and you was talking before the show, I was telling you how me and my daughter had a real buzz, but my daughter hit junior high, and my daughter was like, "I don't want to do that shit. That shit corny." And I'm like, "You don't understand. You're quitting as you got 1,000 comments of how beautiful you are, how they love your smile, and they're like, yeah, people." I'm like, "You're peaking at 11." And if you did this for 5 years, by the time you graduate high school, you will probably have 1 million followers. You probably won't have to ever work for somebody. And I hope she, shout out to Stink, my stinker. She probably watched this episode, and I'm just saying, like, she don't understand the magnitude of me and LaRon always been friends. If me and LaRon, if podcast was around or social media was around when me and LaRon was saying, you know how many fun times we had in your mama's basement? You know what I'm saying? And how turned we was at fucking 18, 19 years old.
Right.
So,
right. Shit.
yeah, the platform is there. It's just that we have to teach our children and our kids and our communities that we got to take advantage of the platform. Now, granted, we do have hashtag Facebook is bullying me. Because me and LaRon has to go Facebook Live from his fucking channel or from his page when we got a whole business page that people are expecting a show tonight. And they don't even, like, you know what I'm saying? So this is what we deal with when you're dealing with social media because they're controlling the narrative. But Rick, I think you dope, man. I always see you in the community. I always seen you out voting and doing all these things. And we like to give people their flowers while they're here. We want people to know, I see you, bro. I think you're a king.
Oh,
I think
man,
you help the
really?
community.
That's like,
I don't never get it. I don't never get it. So people call me when they need me. Any other time, it's all right. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't never get that. So
And
I appreciate it.
That's crazy.
I need to hear that.
That's
No, you in them streets.
That's how that shit be, man.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers call you when they need you like a motherfucker. Hey, you the lifeline though, and I just need you.
Yeah, man, and like you authentic too. Like what I like about what you said was key. You was like, man, you ain't gotta fucking dumb down the questions because I'm on the show. Be yourself, do. But we are very cognizant of that, and we're aware that everybody we bring on this panel can't have the conversations we have. Because we had, like I said, we had 2 young D1 scholarship boys on here. They mama called us right after the show, take that shit down. So, and it was all because Ron said, whatever the spread is on you, I'm taking it. Oh, yeah. I was like, I didn't know at the time either, but that does
We need
violate.
to monetize them, man. We need to put some. Hey, we need to put together some money there, because they can capitalize on money now, man. We need to get behind their ass. man.
NIL, name, image, likeness. So,
Yeah.
yeah, they can get something.
We need to put some money on.
St.
the board.
Thomas, holla at us. What's the other cat name?
Yo, guess, my boy.
Our guest, my boy. So, all right, so let's get to it, Rick. We appreciate you, like I said, King. We want to give you your flowers while you're here. We're about to start the show. This is where the show get real, Rick, and we just want your opinion. Like I try to explain to somebody on our last show. So how it works is, I get Michael Jordan to fade away from 3-point line. I get Michael Jordan to dunk on 3 niggas at a time. But can Michael Jordan have a conversation with me about what's going on in the real world? So that's the whole point of the show. That's the whole point of the Smartest Dumb People. So let's get to it. All right. First topic. Well, first entry is question of the day. Why do we not understand we are the culture? And I mean black people. Let's be honest. We don't understand we are the culture. And what I mean by that is like how LaRon is wearing this, right? LaRon fly as fuck right now. Killing it. But what if LaRon had on Milk the Game from head to bottom? Which you rock Milk the Game too.
I definitely support.
But we as black people, we don't understand we should never support Louis Vuitton. We should never support Nike. Well, you gotta support Nike because them motherfuckers shit.
Don't say you got to.
Well, I'm saying, but we are the culture. So when people watch the show, Ron, there's somebody out there right now that's watching the show and they like, man, I gotta go get that Ralph Lauren with the motherfucker. You and Baby Magic for her birthday, and at the same time, we gonna holler at Gina in a minute. I mean, we gonna holler at Gina at the end of the show. She definitely gonna get her her 5 minutes of conversation because it's her birthday. But you and baby matching, and I'm just saying, like, we gotta understand as people, like how Rick came in here. Rick immediately said this should be a T-shirt, and I'm like, we have T-shirts, but he's right. We should, and it'll probably be a T-shirt like this tomorrow. But we gotta understand we are the culture, and I mean from a standpoint of there's motherfuckers right now. They got a chicken spot. It's called Big Way Chicken. That shit is terrible. Okay, so they would rather emulate or try to duplicate what we already doing, and then we still go spend our money with them. So, as black people, why don't we understand we are the culture, Rick?
Like sometimes we miss some of the messaging and how deep it really goes. So like knowing the culture, you gotta own it. Like you gotta step up and be brave and be bold in what you're doing and what you're pushing. So sure, you say, we shouldn't support this brand, but a black person probably designed that handbag or probably designed those shoes. So I mean, so us being the culture, we need to say, okay, we'll put his name on the box, and so the same way it says Air Jordan, this needs to say designed by such and such. So people are getting their roses while they're here. We can't have a cancel culture where we say, this happened at this fashion show, we should definitely boycott it.
We shut down Leavenworth Cafe.
For sure. So I mean, I think we gotta know. We gotta know that we are the culture, and we gotta just own it.
That ain't the culture. Leavenworth ain't got shit to do with no culture.
Leavenworth.
Let's be honest. Leavenworth was Omaha culture for a minute.
It was an old breakfast spot,
It was Omaha culture for a minute.
And guess what? They had meth heads serving your food. The motherfucker, it was decent quality. I ain't worried about no Leavenworth. But
make sure you like and share.
Back to the culture.
Right,
yes, it wouldn't be no Louis Vuitton if we didn't support this shit. Man, we brand that shit, man.
Like how you were Milk the Game though. You rock that shit.
Yeah,
and you supported him right away.
I do. I rock it. I do. I rock it. I rock with him heavy for sure. But I'm talking about on a larger level, on a global level. Once a black person really put that shit out and had that shit stunned and have it looking good, that's when the motherfucking ratings go up on that shit.
Yeah.
These white, I ain't saying this. White people do buy. They want to get a $10,000 bag for sure. But the what?
Your closet alone is worth every bit of $300,000.
It's worth a lot of. But I'm talking about all glove. I'm just talking about overall. Yeah, my shit is worth.
Yeah, I'm saying it's worth a lot of money, but I'm saying if we understood, we have to start going to black businesses, start going to our culture.
I understand. We run the business.
We are the culture.
Yeah, we are the culture. Right. It wasn't every culture is they're low and then we make it high. That's the bottom line to it.
Okay.
We make it hot.
Yeah.
It ain't hot till we do it.
Yeah. Period.
That's a fact. So, all right. So we about to get to these topics, man. We got a couple topics, man. Rick was on in the comments one of our shows, and I couldn't wait to have this conversation with him live and direct about the recent mass shootings. Uvalde, Texas. A lot of shit been coming out since since the shooting first started. There's actually a mother that ran into school, Ron, and got her 2 kids out of. She went to 2 different fucking classrooms while the cops sat outside for 95 minutes. That mom was at the school, so she heard it was a shooting. She ran. She literally parked close as she could. She ran in the building. She heard the gunshots. She grabbed her kids. Listen to me. Like I told Rick before the show started, this woman was a hero. Let's check out the clip. We'll have a conversation. We'll be right back. All right, so that's the actual video, man, of a mother breaking into school basically and going to grab her kids. Ron, I think it's very vital and important for you to say what you were saying during the break. What'd you say?
I was saying, did she only get her kids,
She only got her kids.
or look for everybody kids? And if she gets in there
Well,
and a situation is going on, her bottom line should be to get all kids out at that time.
Well, at that point, let's be honest. At that point, she probably felt like she wasn't trying to distract or attract.
But she know what's going on.
Attract the shooter. Because let's be honest, if you running out 30 kids at once, and they probably had protocol to where, no, bitch, you can't take these kids, you don't know. So it's more to the story. No, as a parent, Aviana, you coming with me. It's me and you versus the shooter. We're going to get out of here alive. I'm not about to sit and let you be a sitting duck. So we can't really say she was being selfish.
Think about kids when they line up to go to the playground. As soon as you run them out, all the kids are screaming, now the shooter going to go.
Yeah.
There they go, and then now the fire, the rapid fire.
It's directed toward that way.
And this is kind of an important conversation because remember Rick was in the comments saying, now you want teachers to have guns. I'm glad you're here. So Ron was suggesting.
I'm an advocate of everybody that works in the public to have a gun.
What's your opinion, Rick? I want your opinion from what you said on the show.
Every day our kids, it's too tough to monitor and regulate. Our kids are still a phone from a teacher, still their keys, still their wallet.
Yeah,
to this day.
But they have to.
this day, a kid get his hands on a gun, especially if he just had a beef in the cafeteria. The teacher don't know her weapon
But
is missing.
how would that student get a gun off of a teacher?
If she simply carries it in her purse.
No. You keep it on your motherfucking body.
Okay.
This is not laying around to the side.
Okay.
This is on your hip.
But is that a distraction? If my teacher is in school and I'm looking at the board and she got a gun, I'm not focusing on
No.
Jamel Hill said though, you're still asking teachers to be John Wick
everything else
for $45,000 a year.
Right.
Yeah, but understand, there's a level pay grade. That's what we talking.
Mm-hmm.
Once you got to protect the kids.
Well, they go to about the 6 figures. Okay.
Now we getting up there because now
you get your license to carry.
Yeah.
Now you get
and your security, you protector of the class, you teaching. Shit.
As we discussing mass shootings, I wanted to reiterate on an episode me and Ron had. We haven't got no clip for it or nothing like that, but me and Ron had an episode where we was talking about the Buffalo shooting. And during the conversation, I try to make sure that people understand that the black man that was killed in the shooting, he created a car that ran off water, and he was about to patent it. So I just wanted to have that quick conversation. Do you think that it could be a conspiracy behind it, and they were really trying to they had to kill 10 people and 10 innocent people? No, they had to kill a bunch of people to get to this man to make it look real.
Right.
Because it ain't making sense. Like Steve Jobs wouldn't have been killed in no mass shooting. You understand what I'm saying? Like anybody that, like Elon Musk wouldn't have been killed. That would have been like the guy that created electric cars.
And you know what? It's kind of fucked up with that situation. But I ain't saying but I kind of can lean toward the conspiracy because you bringing all that shit up like that. But have your fucking patent already. And don't even put this shit on the news until this shit is already ready to go.
Well,
do you see what I'm saying?
Well,
don't say, this is what I got going. How the fuck somebody know you what
you
got?
You got to do that. That's the whole point.
Not yet. Not till it's going.
How the fuck do you hide you running a car off of water? You can't hide that.
You can't hide it, but until you can monetize off of it and patent everything, and they're already in all motherfucking Cadillacs and cars, and then you put your shit out there, or let them put it out there for you.
Well, again,
I don't want you in your driveway. This man was in his driveway. Yeah, this motherfucker running on water. No, that's not the way you're doing this.
Right. Oil industry coming
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Electric industry coming for
No,
you.
we talking about.
Everybody-
Exactly.
We talking
This man is in his driveway showing how he got this motherfucker running off water. Please don't do that.
Man, listen, we
And
talking.
you know the hood mechanics, they gonna figure it out.
we talking zillions
Yes,
of dollars.
exactly. That's what
like
I'm
you
saying.
said, the oil companies, the government, the gas stations. Listen, we talking zillions.
Petroleum.
Yeah, everything. But that's what I'm saying.
That's what I think is
Why
right.
would you put your shit out there and broadcast
all right,
your
so-
shit in your driveway?
All right, so
That's kind of.
I'm about to
that's
say
kinda
some weird
fucked
conspiracy.
up.
I'm about to say some weird conspiracy shit that's always been on my mind, but it's time for me to say it. So you know what I've always noticed as a black community, when they show somebody in handcuffs and they put them in a cell, a la George Floyd's killer. When they put him in a cell, who checks up on him? That man could be in an island somewhere. So we need to start. We as people, I'm talking about-
Skurlock killer.
yeah. We as people.
Motherfucker supposedly then.
We as people, listen. I got to still go outside, so I ain't gonna say too much. But I'm just saying, as a black community, we need to create a thing called the Black Mob. And the Black Mob, I talked to Dave about it a couple times. And it's just simple things like, I want to see this man behind the cell as y'all say he is, because the government is known to pull fucking rabbit tricks out of their hat. They put that boy in handcuffs. That Buffalo shooter, and that's the last we heard of him. And then psychologically, your mind, you don't go back to where this motherfucker at. I want to see him.
You don't know.
But we need visitors. I want to visit him. All right, I want to sign up on a visitation for him and make sure I want to see this man every Thursday.
Nipsey killer, where he at?
My point. So the news just give us.
But you have to have so many credentials and shit. They're not gonna just let anybody even think you gonna just.
But I'm saying, why can't we
I
do-
want to visit him.
Whoa.
They're not gonna let it happen.
That's how fucking love after lockup happened. The fuck you mean it can't happen? You know how many
After
motherfuckers?
lockup. We talking about killers.
I'm telling you how many women
we ain't talking
find
about-
love. How many women find love behind bars?
Okay, yeah. You did some petty crack selling there, and you got caught. You can get a letter from
There's
anybody.
there's murders behind bars.
Guess
that
what?
get
You
married
can
because of pussy.
get a letter and then motherfucking take the bait.
Shout out to smartest dumb people. We get real
Yeah.
good with it.
Well, you're not going to get to see nobody that did a mass shooting. It's
Like,
like
all right. So what about George Floyd killer? Should we check on that? I'm just saying.
you should check on it, but does anybody have the?
It would have to be like NAACP.
Yeah.
Or somebody like
Yeah.
that.
All right. So
Yeah,
that's why they
kinda-
need to get involved in this type
They
of.
do that kind of follow up and then just report back out to the community. Hey, this person is doing this time. They're getting this mental health.
Can we get this checked
whatever
out?
support?
But we don't have that though.
Right.
Well, I guess you can
That's-
reach out to them.
Hey, I just created the water car.
How-
Low key, I just created the water car. I'm gonna make sure y'all have my back. I got a lot of life to live. All right, so let's get to it. Next topic, man. A woman asked a man recently what it's like to be a man. And this is his response. And we'll have a conversation. Ron, you want to
Okay,
listen to it?
yeah, I want to hear it.
All right.
What it really like to be a man in today's society? What are the difficulties?
Let's see. There's no point in getting married anymore because divorce is basically incentivized. Why would an aging woman who's losing her sexual market value want to be with a man when she could just take his money? And his children. And his house. You can't be sexual at all to women anymore, or else you might get canceled. Everyone believes women when they make false rape allegations. And even if they're proven to be not true, your reputation is still damaged for life. A woman with buyer's remorse can basically just make false claims or exaggerated claims about you and you're damaged for life. Women want you to do and provide everything for them and change into whatever they want you to mold into, but don't want to change at all themselves. And society praises this. Women always talk about how they want a man above 6 feet, but when a man talks about how he wants a fit chick, he's body shaming. Nobody has our backs, not even our brothers. Men destroy men in the name of women because they white knight. We're completely disposable in today's society and nobody cares.
What it really like to be a man in today's society? What are the difficulties?
Let's see. There's no...
All right, so that's the actual video of the woman asking the question to random men, and that was a white man. So as we were watching the video, Ron said, "Why would you?" And I want to explain it. So this is a white man talking. Okay, let me break it down to you in layman's terms. This was a white man talking, and I felt sorry for him. So again, I was telling Ricky before the show started, I had an incident that happened at my job, and I wind up going to the car and breaking down and crying and shit over some bullshit. And I was trying to explain to him, as he already knows, because I know you understand being in the field you're in, like it's hard being not only a man, like because we can surface it, which is being a man.
So we let him be the general.
Yeah, we don't want him to be.
We let him give the general.
But that's why we here, because he just threw us the alley hoop.
Yeah.
So as this white man is telling the world how hard it is to be a man, I can tell you this: multiply that by 20, by 100, multiply that by 400 years. So again, this is what we go through as black men. Like all I want to do is just coexist, and I mean with my friends, with my family. Dog, I struggle with my family. I struggle with my friends. I struggle at work, and all I'm trying to do is be a good human. So I got what he was saying from a standpoint of a white boy, but like I said, multiply that times 400 years. And then you understand how it feels to be a man in general, because as being a man, we're told we have to have all the money, we have to get the bag, we gotta take care of kids, we gotta go work 2 jobs, we gotta do all this shit, and we get nothing in return but, want your dick sucked? No. I'm tired, I'm sad, I'm mad. And then like I should have played the clip that you have for us, because like it's very tailored to what we go through as people in the spectrum of like just being. They need to create a spectrum for black men, like how they do with autistic people and all that shit. Create a spectrum for black men, like because we're in this realm that like society doesn't even realize how hard it is to just be in society. You understand what I'm saying?
They know. They don't give a fuck.
All right.
They know.
Black male risk assessment. Like
What's your opinion, Rick, on being a man in today's society? Because I feel like
he was point on, and then when you double that with, all right, as a black man dealing with law enforcement, as a black man dealing in education, dealing with employment, how come my salary is lower than the same dude who works right next to me? It's just super complex, and then you try to have a relationship with a woman, somebody you care about, but you can't show your emotion, you can't be weak, you can't cry, you got to be strong, and then you got to. All right, I gotta pour that into my sons and my daughters. You don't need no man, daughter. Come on now, sons. You better not cry. Like,
I want my daughter to. Listen, I'm telling you, young mother, 12-year-old, you young thunder catch up. My daughter, my daughter definitely need her a man in her life, because she will not be that angry, bitter woman talking about I don't need no man. You need a man because I showed you how to be a wife every day. I showed you how to love another person every day. I want you to treat your husband just like you treat me. That's what I'm gonna tell her. And Ron, what's your opinion on what this man said? You about to get married, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you got a bag yourself. Your baby got a bag. But he was just trying to explain, like, as being a man, like, they don't really give. I feel like what he was really saying was they don't really give a fuck about how we feel in the scheme of all things.
After y'all broke it down with his talking, he's in his bag, man, and y'all was in y'all bag, and I'm like, it's an extra burden. Hey, I wouldn't say burden, but it's an extra something out there on the shoulder as being a male in a black male like that.
As we sit here and have the conversation, I just want you to know, like, I love you, man. My boy.
Man, fuck you.
Boy, bro. You know what? I love you.
I love you too.
Like, but
still not getting my
listen,
blood like.
Yeah. Make sure you like and share.
I love you too, but shit. I don't need to fucking tell you, nigga, I love you. Hey, I don't tell this nigga I love you. My nigga know you, I love you. God damn.
But listen, you're so aggressive. You gotta scale that back a little bit. See, that's what it's like to be black, though. You are expressing, but Rick, let's again. This is
said I love you. He said fuck you.
Yeah.
But it's a term of endearment.
Yeah, nigga.
He here super strong in a pink striped shirt.
Well, I keep trying to tell him, man. That's probably why he be wearing all that pink. Aggressive. I don't fucking know.
That is a softer side.
I had something to say. It was like, what is it like to be a man? I had something to say on the case, but I guess it just went under the bridge.
My fault, man.
No, you good, because you said fuck me and it kind of threw me for a loop. All right, so let's get to the next topic, man. Next topic is a woman comes out and she was mad at her ex-new wife for buying her child's dress to her 6th grade graduation. or some shit like that. So basically, she yelling whoop-de-whoop about how like so she went to her daughter's school to watch the graduation. Her ex-husband and this new girl is over there, and her daughter walked the stage
looking good, looking beautiful.
with
You
a
mad?
dress that she ain't seen.
Yeah, you should be happy.
Let's
Excited.
watch the clip, and then we had a conversation.
Great graduation. And when I got to the school to see her walk her little stage and do her thing, she's wearing some outfit I've never seen. Turns out her stepmother, just the two of them, went shopping last night to buy her a dress for graduation. This is a milestone moment that I wasn't even included in on. How is that showing an ounce of respect? I birthed this child. She's my child. I'm the one that's known her from birth to 6th grade to be celebrating the fact that she's graduating 6th grade. You're the one that bought her a fucking dress. You couldn't even include me in on it. A milestone moment. You really think a stepmother that have been in her life for 6 months, 8 months, however fuck long you've been in her goddamn life, you really think you have the right to go with her dress shopping for her fucking graduation and exclude me? That's respect. That's building a community and a village for children. That's what's best for the fucking children? Really? Get the fuck out of here. Great graduation. And when I got to the school to see her walk her little stage and do her thing, she's wearing some outfit I've never seen. Turns out her...
All right, so that was a mother being mad, and I want to explain something. So the actual ex came out with receipts, and the receipts was the ex was trying to coexist and be her friend, and like gave her a birthday card, flowers, told her how good of a mother she was. This, my friends, was the definition of a bitter ex, and that's a fact. So even though I can agree with the mother, or I can empathize with the mother on some levels. I'm explaining why. Because listen, when I go to my child's graduation and I'm sitting there, I don't like to see my kids with shit on that I ain't bought or that I wasn't included. I don't like. But that's just the OCD in me. I have OCD really bad. But I'm saying, like, if my daughter
You got it too. You sound like a fool.
No, but if my daughter was walking across the stage, and then I'm like, Steve, where you get that dress from? She like, my stepdaddy bought it. I would be mad. I would be mad. This is my day. This is our day. This is
You
me
should
and
have
your day.
you should have got the fucking dress that you wanted her to walk down here in. You should have got the motherfucking dress that you wanted her to walk down in.
That's right.
You should have got her hair done. How the fuck you wanted her to walk down in?
That's what
the
the lady
red
was
bottoms,
saying.
if you know.
But that's
if
what
you
the lady
know-
was saying.
Hey.
That's what the lady was saying.
Well, she didn't do what she should have did then.
She knew how long graduation
Yeah.
was coming. You could have had the
Easter dress.
The Easter dress you
Yeah.
wore could have been the graduation
Yeah.
dress.
If that's how you wanted her to walk down and show up and show out, man, make her show up and show
What's
out.
your opinion, Rick? I mean, I couldn't date no woman like that. I couldn't date no woman that, like, is she fucking some dude? That video, man, I'd have been so mad at her. Like, we not doing that.
If
Because you
somebody
look like you bitter.
That is bitter. That's bitter.
That's bitter.
Yeah,
And then, like I said, his new woman came out with all the receipts of her trying to be her friend. Like,
Hold
hey,
on, man.
me and your daughter should go take our
I'm like in
kids.
class right now. Can I raise my hand?
Yes, sir.
Hey, call on me.
Go ahead.
This is the story of my goddamn
It is.
little life right now.
You've been
Hey,
talking
I
about
ain't got the kid. Hey, cuz my fiance tried to go way over the top and do everything for the kids. I don't.
Some
Tried to
people
be
can't-
friends.
Some people can't
Invite
accept
him
it,
to the
though, man.
house and do everything. It's just bitterness. That's just the bottom line. You fucking bitter.
Yeah, I agree. I'm scared of that because, like I said, if my new girl was acting like that, I would definitely think she still cared. Because like that, like man, listen, man, when you move on to your next man, you ain't worried about the fuck. Matter of fact, you should hope she buy your daughter a fucking dress. You should hope she's at the daughter's graduation. That's what you want as a step parent. You don't want a motherfucker to be bitter and weird.
Yeah, for sure.
What's your opinion, Rick?
Man, I feel you, Ron. I feel you, because my son's graduation, we get prepared. He goes to put on this shirt that my ex now, mom bought, and it was too small. Like, you're not even in the loop enough to know, like, what size our kid is wearing and stuff like that. So I know. So as the father, this is what you're going to wear for graduation. This is what you're going to wear for your homecoming. Like you gotta prioritize those things. If it's a priority for you, then it's important.
So would you be mad?
Then
Would you be mad if a man did those things with your child?
Oh, would I? But I wouldn't give him the opportunity though. That's the
That's the
Exactly.
key. That's the key.
Exactly.
That's the key.
You don't have it because I'm already on top.
Right.
Yeah,
So
well-
graduation is this day. This is what you wear. Oh, you want to flip it up? All right, we wear this at graduation. Then you gonna change into this at the graduation party.
You laying your shit down.
Listen,
You
man,
pick this
my
out.
motherfucking kids come before me, man. Listen, I won't pay my rent if my son had his own apartment. He needed his rent paid. My kids will always come before me, so I don't need no other. You can be in their life as a friend and as a guidance, as a mentor. I don't mind it because I don't want my son around no fucked up niggas. But what I do want is him to understand that daddy is first response. And after that, if you want to call Tyrone or whatever the case may be to help you out with fixing something or helping you fix your tie, and Pop don't answer his phone, that's what Tyrone is for. But Tyrone is not the first responder. Dad is.
Right.
And long as my kids understand that they come before myself, my phone call will always, like, my daughter called me, Dad, can I get some money for Roblox? Dad, can I get this? That they always know because I'm first. My son, Dad, my tire's flat. I couldn't imagine me calling my son, what you up to? Me and my mom, new boyfriend, fixing my tire. I would be hurt. Like, nigga, you called me for those things. You know what I'm saying? So as a new boyfriend or as a stepfather or whatever the case may be, you gotta know your role too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
so
That's
if
what I was
buy
about to be.
if I pay for $200 for tennis shoes for basketball,
Yeah.
and hey, Rick, you bought the shoes for my daughter here. I'm gonna cash out you the money back.
Yeah.
You can step right back in and be like, all right, cool. You know, she got what she needed when she needed it, and you know, I paid then, you paid me back, and it's.
I don't want to be friends with a nigga. I'm be honest with you.
I don't think it would be nothing wrong if you build a relationship.
I'm not a bitter.
And that situationship is already
Listen,
building.
I'm saying, like, I've never been a bitter ass dude, but you're not fucking somebody that I love, and I'm cool with it. Like, this is not gonna, like, if I, like Kevin Gates said.
In that situation is dead though.
But even with the situation being dead though.
Oh yeah, the kid is.
But even with the situation being dead, like Kevin Gates said, when I love you, I love you. So I can't turn off how I feel about somebody. And like I said, man, when I love you, I love you. So you can do your thing over there, and I'll mind my business or whatever the case may be. But just don't bring it to my doorstep. Is all I'm saying, and I understand it.
If a motherfucker did anything for my kids, and
Shout out to him.
I wouldn't give a mother. Hey, I would be. Hey,
Thrilled.
appreciate it. I don't give a fuck. It is not that I appreciate it. You did it, and that's what it is.
You did that to get in with her.
That wasn't it wasn't no knocking my arm.
Right,
You just did it. Shit.
Let's see here. We got
The amount of stuff I do for people, kids. Just somebody better do something for mine.
All right, so we got two more topics. Let's run through these bitches real quick. So Lucci's lawyer, YFM Lucci's lawyer, came out and said that he thought the charges against Young Thug, which is weird to me, his angle, but I know his angle. His angle is saying, like, let's stop with this freedom of speech shit. Like, let's stop. Like, people have freedom of speech. These are artists. They're rapping. Even though a lot of Young Thug's lyrics are spot on what happened, because he talked about shooting at his mom, and now he don't rap about or whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, he's still an artist, and he's supposed to be able to express himself. Not only that, as a citizen of the United States, you have the right to literally have freedom of speech. And now they're taking, this is just another ploy to get our black men that are becoming millionaires. And keep in mind, another conspiracy theory, Young Thug just bought a bunch of fucking acres, and he was about to create his own fucking neighborhood called Slime Land. A lot of people don't know that. So let's watch the clip of the lawyer saying this, and we'll have
look at just going ahead and charging people based on their lyrics and their musical aspirations and their First Amendment rights to express themselves. We're not really indicting anybody for Quentin Tarantino films, are we? Right?
I agree.
We're not indicting anybody for I shot the sheriff but I didn't shoot the deputy down, but all of a sudden we've handpicked this music aspiration and this music of people in the black and brown community, and it's completely fucking racist. That's what it is. Look at
MC Gusto shit.
All right, so that's the actual clip, man, of the lawyer coming out saying how that it was racist. I'm telling you, it definitely is a motive behind it. because like let's be honest, we're the ones that created murder rap, drill rap, gangster rap, all of these things that where we're murdering in songs, which is rare. Like he said, I shot the sheriff and not the deputy or some shit like that. These are songs by white culture as well. But let's be honest, we do it on a day-to-day basis and on an album-to-album or a song-to-song basis. So if they do those things, and if we start putting black men in jail behind their rap lyrics, we're fucked.
A lot of niggas do tell on themselves, but they don't. I don't believe they just. They don't blatantly put it out there. There's
the fans shouldn't be able to listen to rap and be sitting back and listening for a living.
They doing that, and it's fucked up. But the thing is, all that story ain't the truth. So you can't tell me this part I said was real and this part I said is fake. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So hey, I was going 90 when I shot him. So did I shoot him or was I going 90? Which part is a lie in that rap right there?
Well, that's the thing about it is that they're trying to correlate life imitating art.
Yeah, but like you said, you can't. It's
or
not
art imitating life.
He could be writing somebody else's story.
Yeah.
Like, I might not be a good storyteller.
Like
Rick Ross.
Yeah,
you know,
like Rick Ross.
Oh, Rick.
Ricky Rose. Call him Ricky Rose now.
We had the real Ross. We had the real Ross. We got Ricky
Rose.
So you telling this man's story? You ain't getting none of that. Right. He was a CO.
Yeah. And I call that the real CB4. I think the rapper Rick Ross is MC Gusto.
You're stupid as fuck. He said MC Gusto.
But the story sells.
And guess what? And he got so much money right now. It's his life.
Yeah,
he done made it his life, and it's believable to a lot of people that don't know the real story. Mm-hmm. You turn this shit.
As we had it, episode 162. Go check us out on YouTube and watch that Rick Ross episode and break down how he was the real Rick Ross. Rick Ross stole his name.
And he coming back.
Yeah, he coming back. Yeah. We ain't done with him.
MC Gusto,
you funny. We trying to get Ross here. You just call this nigga MC Gusto. No, he ain't coming on here.
No,
MC Gusto.
But he the real deal. Gusto was the real deal.
Now, man. We just gonna get Rose. Rose called me last night. We ain't getting Rose now, man.
Rose, you gotta come. Hey, we still eat wings.
You can call this nigga MC Gusto, man. We can scratch him off our fucking interview list.
No. Guess what? He had to break it down. It's a good story to talk about.
Definitely tagging him to that.
Right. He done made the money. He probably slid him something under the table here. Go ahead and eat.
Everything we'll figure it out. It's his story to tell.
Everything.
Why not tell it here?
All right, last topic, and like I said, I want to give baby her shine. So we're gonna do this last topic. Dude didn't want to pay for a girl's date because she said she wasn't gonna give him no poo nanny. And this is the actual clip. Ron, you want to listen to it? Turn it up.
Did you really come back with 2 separate checks?
Yeah, that's what I was asked to do.
You're really gonna make me pay?
You gonna get some ass?
No.
Well, anyways, man, here go the 2. She not gonna give me what? No ass. That's crazy.
Man.
Wait.
Are you?
I'm gonna pay the 15. At least show a kneecap.
Fuck you.
See, that's your problem. You don't want to. That's your problem.
He's really making me pay, you guys.
Hey, how you get home?
You're fucking taking me home. You're taking me home.
You got gas?
No.
You want to give that to the ride?
No. You're taking me home.
I think you heat up the food right before you go.
All right, you guys. He's not making me. He's making me pay for my food because I won't have sex with him. That's a sad shame. Look at this man. Don't ever go out with him. Don't give him your number.
All right, so that's the actual clip, man, of the dude not wanting to pay for the woman's meal because she wasn't ready to give him none. Shout out to Gina. Gina is now on the show, Ron's fiance. Gina, happy birthday to you, Queen.
DJ.
Happy birthday! Hey, her and Ron dressed in pink, they matching and shit, man. I ain't never had a relationship like that, man. I don't know what I ain't never matched. Like, god damn. But shout out to Gina. How old are you?
Oh boy. Now you're getting too personal. No, I'm just playing. I'm 39.
That's what's up, man. Where you around going?
You don't never ask no woman their age. You heard that question.
It's all good. I'm 39.
So, what do you think about this actual topic that we just posted? As far as in, like, if a dude, you told a dude you wasn't gonna give him none, which would be Ron, because you ain't gonna ever see another man again in this situation. If Ron said, "I ain't paying for the meal, you ain't giving me none," I ain't paying for the meal.
All meals on her. You gotta worry about what I'm gonna give her something. All meals on her.
The tables
Got her.
What's your opinion, Gina, on the dude doing that? Would you be appalled if a man is requesting for services after a meal? Because I feel like I personally, a long time ago, I used to be like, that's standard. Like, you take a woman on a date, you don't expect nothing in return.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the older I got and the broker I got,
you was passing out checks?
No, the older I got, but I'm saying, like, I only take, like, I don't know, man. I feel like I understood the dude, but he was wrong for, like, putting it in that. I understood the dude because, like I'm not fucking with nobody on the level of taking them out to eat them. I ain't fucking them. So that's first thing. Second thing is, it was the way he conveyed the message. Like, you gonna give me some ass? No, nigga, I would have did that.
Go ahead.
It wouldn't have been me. I'd have walked out. I wouldn't even went on.
All right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't even go or put yourself in those situations.
No.
Cause like you said, bitches. Women be wanting to be fed. Man, a motherfucker will literally like, what you doing?
The dude in her phone is saying that food guy. Your name ain't even in her phone. You just food guy.
Don't fall for the trap. You the fool guy then. If you the fool guy, you the fool guy.
So you the fool. And you seen that nigga's hair. If you'd have watched the video, you'd have seen that nigga's hair. He was definitely the fool guy. And he knew. And he was like, this shit stopped today. You gonna give me some food, daddy? This shit stopped today.
That's his game. That must be his game. And that was her game. But if you want to eat with somebody, I think you should pay and don't expect no expectation.
All right, but what about this? You shouldn't be going out to eat with nobody knowing they try to fuck without the expectations of, we might fuck.
If it happens, it happens. If you the fool guy that fuck, you the fool guy that fuck.
But the conversation should have already gotten there before we hit the restaurant. Like,
yeah.
I'm feeling her, feeling him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and let him slide in tonight.
And that's what I'm saying. I just kind of feel like before I would have ever went out to eat with anybody, I would have had to see exactly where their head was before I was even going to give them my time of day.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he's not wrong for having expectations. Some men in those situations putting expectations like, I'm not about to go spend it used to be $35, but now it's about $85 at Applebee's with inflation and not expecting that. Motherfucker, man, I don't know, man. I
so y'all just gonna walk across a pedestrian bridge and do something for free?
Yeah, that's what you do.
I think that probably was a situation and some inbox type shit like, oh, let's go eat. Okay, you're right. Let's go eat. Let's go eat.
Listen,
let's go out for a drink, right?
Let's go out
for a drink, right?
If I want female company, if I wanted a female company, I'll escort my daughter and have some fucking dinner. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not paying. I'm sorry. He ain't really wrong in today's climate financially.
You were passing out checks.
Okay.
You said
perfect. I'm sorry, but perfect example, Smith. You asked me to go out for a drink for my birthday.
Y'all supposed to role play anyway
so this
tonight.
was like 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And that's how he got me to go out. And I don't even drink, and never had.
So did y'all mess around that night?
Hell no.
I ain't getting no kisses, nothing.
Nope.
You a damn live, Ron, you ain't take her and spend $150.
And we knew each other. We've known each other a long time.
So you was like,
years.
so you just hugged her like, all right, Gina, thanks for letting me spend $90 on you tonight.
No, it wasn't like that. $90. It just was. We just met up, chilled out, had a good time.
Chilled out. So no, you said y'all first date.
Fall in love.
So y'all first date, did y'all go out to eat?
No.
That's what y'all just said.
We met up for a drink.
Oh, see, that's different, man. That's even worse. That's worse if you meeting up for a drink, you probably gonna get loose anyway.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Now I wasn't going to have drinks and have some ass. I just said.
We didn't even know this was ever gonna take place.
I didn't know y'all.
And a year ago today, he asked me to
start with drinks. Don't start with dinner and booty.
First off,
that's not how the Smiths roll over here. No.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Listen, Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I'm not in the financial climate.
She's not
I'm not in the financial climate to be spending $90 with no expectations. I'm sorry, I'm just not. My expectations is I'm gonna be a gentleman and tell you I'd rather stay home and mind my business than to take you out to feed you.
So if you come out, I've got to knock you down. That's what you sound like. Or you getting this other half of this check. Well,
hey, look, man.
There you have it, folks.
Hey, I want to say one more thing before we get out of here, man. One more thing before we get out of here. Happy birthday, Gina! My man's fiance, it's her birthday, man. Shout out to you, Gina. LaRon tried to motherfucking cancel the show tonight. I'm like, dog, Gina birthday ain't no fucking holiday. We ain't canceling the show.
It's a holiday in our house.
Yeah, obviously.
It's a holiday to you.
Ron was canceling the
Happen,
show.
my boy.
So listen, congratulations to what y'all got going on, Gina. Happy birthday. You take good care of my guy. Rick, give me your handles and everything before we get up out of here, bro.
Dude, just hit me up on Facebook. That's it.
That's it. Hit him up on
Facebook. That's how y'all get at me anyway. DM, Ricky, what can you do? Ricky, can you help me? Rick.
Rodrigo, where the fuck you been at, bro? Rodrigo said Ron, the old school player, he knew what he was doing. Yeah, he snatched her up. He snatched her up after that drink. So look, man, we about to get up out of here. Smartest dumb people, man. Quando, Rondo, Gina. Everybody say happy birthday in the comments. Let her know. Rick, thank you for coming through, King. Thank you for coming through, Queen.
Thank you.
And bringing my guy. He trying to cancel on me like it was a holiday. Anthony, that dude, Johnson. Smartest dumb people. Y'all have a great night. Alright guys, what I need for you guys to go ahead and do is go over to our YouTube page. Make sure you like, subscribe there. And also check out our Instagram. And make sure you follow us there, man. We'll give a follow back. For sure. Holla at us. Alright guys, what I need for you guys to go ahead and do is go over to our